There we go. Can anyone hear me? Is the mic working? I don't know. I forgot to check. All right, we're working. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Good morning, everybody. How's it going? No, it's not working. You liars. Welcome. Happy Saturday to everybody. Happy week 8 to you. I'm still eating my breakfast because I've been trying to spend all morning working on Movember stuff, which is coming up in less than a week. In fact, a week from today. Is there an echo? Don't mess with me. A week from today will be our first Movember stream. And if you don't know what Movember is, maybe you're a first timer. This is your first year maybe with Pride of Detroit. Movember, we raise money for charity all month long. We do a bunch of games, prizes, things like that. So given the procrastinator that I am scrambling to get all of that set up in the final minute. But there are going to be fun things along the way. I'm very excited. I'm super excited about the charity we're working with this year. It's a new charity we haven't worked with before. All those details are hopefully going to come out early next week, maybe mid next week, with the way things are trending. But we're looking to top last year, which we raised $41,000. Partially for the Alzheimer's Association. The other half went to the Humane Society of West Michigan. So I think I am done shaving the mustache. I want to get a little bit of a head start on it. So this is just the beginning right here. Did I get this hat before I was born? No, it's just old and dirty, and I refuse to get new ones. Anyways, so I'm also still taking suggestions over what you want to do. Maybe if you have a good Wheel of Pain idea, which we spin every $1,000 that we raise, or a Wheel of Extreme Pain, which is every $10,000 we raise, or we have separate milestone goals like from last year, things that we're going to actually do during Movember. We're going to do a Hot Ones stream. We actually have a date set for that one. It'll be a Saturday night sometime in November. I don't have the date in front of me. We're going to do a karaoke stream. I'm going to keep a couple goals that we didn't reach last year. I'll tell you right now. Shaving my head is back on the menu. If we get a certain goal, a Pride of Detroit tattoo is also still on the menu this year because we just missed out on a couple of those. Yeah, and then there are other things too, like kind of like what Argantis is saying. If you reach a certain, if you donate a certain amount, you will automatically get a prize. So what we've done in the past is if you've wanted to write an article for Pride of Detroit, you can reach that milestone and write an article that goes up on Pride of Detroit. You can join a Pride of Detroit podcast, things like that. I'm not committed to anything yet, Joshua Mercer, so I don't want to let anything go for sure. But yeah, we did the liver and onion smoothie last year, which was absolutely ridiculous. But if you have suggestions, I would suggest joining our Discord. There is a Movember channel on our Discord where you can submit your ideas. I've been looking through them. I've taken at least one or two of them. So that's and if you don't know at all what I'm talking about, again, let me link you to last year's Movember, and you'll kind of have an idea of what's at stake. I think that goes through to both chats. There's a link with all the things that we did last year. I will say this, just to let you know now, because we are working with a different charity and there's different legal rules with this charity, we're not quite going to be doing raffle items the same way. In short, we're not allowed to hand out raffle tickets for donations. So instead, it's actually just going to be kind of a randomized giveaway for a bunch of these prizes. You technically don't have to donate to be entered. You just have to be part of our live audience. So the people, like, it's kind of an extra benefit for people like you guys that are watching right now, in that if you're watching live, you're eligible. We'll just kind of do a live drawing of people that are here. Once we hit certain, milestones, I'll be like, you know what? Let's give away I'll tell you one prize we're giving away, and this is actually courtesy of the Alzheimer's Association because you guys raised so much money last year that we got to choose a prize, and I could have just kept the prize for myself, but I didn't earn it. You guys earned it. So the big prize via them is a full-on Roomba, and I checked the price of it, and it's like a $350 Roomba. And so at some point we'll give that away. There are other stuff coming. We'll still be doing an auction this year with a couple of prizes from the Detroit Lions that you're gonna want to check out. And then I'm compiling that list too. That's part of the pre-work here is compiling of giveaway items, and raffle items. And so, anyways, no, I'll even show you. I unboxed it today just to get the model number. But like, here you go. A full-on, it's green, but like, this is a heavy-duty thing too. This is going to be up for grabs. Thanks to you guys for donating so much last year. I think so, Joshua. Yeah. Anyways, so that's what I'm working on. Be on the lookout next week for a post that breaks all of that down. And again, if you guys have any suggestions, prizes, whatever, hit up our Discord, ! Discord in the Twitch chat. I'm not sure it's a thing in the YouTube chat because I'm lazy and I keep forgetting. Anyways, let's talk Madden. It's Lions-Titans week. Your Detroit Lions, the 5-1 Detroit Lions, facing the 1-5 Tennessee Titans. Before we get into our game of Madden, though, we always like to check in on man ratings. Oops, this is the Movember stuff. Let's pop my face in here real quick because I know you're all waiting for that. There we go. Let's see who went up, who went down, and I tweeted about this. Just don't click that for donating yet. That's not up yet. I'll have that up soon. I already have the overlays and things like that. But anyways, the big news, and we tweeted about it, Madden news, big Madden news, is that Brian Branch got a 2-point jump this week from an 86 last week, I believe. Yep, to an 88. They bumped him up in awareness. They bumped him up in carrying the football, play recognition, man coverage, zone coverage, press, catching, which that all seems right, up to an 88 overall. When he launched, he was just an 85. So, of course, Joshua. It's. I've been looking forward to it. I need an events coordinator. I need Pride of Detroit to hire an events coordinator because I'm so bad at preparing about this. I'm so excited about it, and I try to put in as much work as I can, but I don't know. I'm bad at doing it. Other guys that took a jump, Jahmyr Gibbs, which is understandable. He had a great game. Jared Goff up 2 points, up to an 84, which seems kind of low for him. Graham drops a spot. Alex Anzalone jumps a spot. Jack Fox jumps a spot. Malcolm jumps a spot. Jake Bates up 2. There you go. Bringing the boom. Levi drops a spot, which seems, he was kind of not all that impactful last week. But let me look at Jared Goff's rating. Starting as 82, up to an 84. He probably dropped a spot or two in those first couple weeks. Yeah, he dropped to an 80. Now he's all the way back up to an 84. Okay. I'll accept it. And then Gibbs, what did he start out as? 84. So he's just been consistent. Honestly, that seems okay for me. I don't know if that feels too unfair. Did Decker go down? It's a good question. He did not. He's still an 87. Grenard's a really, really good player. I thought he was good on Thursday as well. He should have had Matthew Stafford, but Matthew Stafford did something I've never seen him do, escaping that. You want to check the linebackers? All right, let's look at LB. Anzalone 79, Campbell 78, Malcolm 76. Feels like one of those guys should at least be in the 80s, right? Barnes, sad face. All right, I think that's enough. Unless you guys have any other requests. I'm going to go full cam here for a second. While I fire up Madden, we're going to have to adjust some rosters here as well. Sign some players. Unfortunately, I took a look this morning. I could not find... who couldn't I find? Mohammed's in the game. Uku's in the game. Maybe I could find everybody. And... yeah, I think maybe everyone's in the game. Way on that Nowoski bump. Captain Cocoa Beard, that's a really good question, and I think the answer is yes, and I haven't thought about it. I'll have to double check on whether JMO opens up a roster spot. I think typically it does. Isaiah Thomas is definitely in the game because he's on the 53. Did my camera just zoom out? Because now you can see that. What just happened? Oh, my computer's acting up. Oh, now it's back. What's happening? All right, whatever. The game has loaded. I think that's probably why it was funky for a second there. No, I see yours, Dylan. It says, 33 months, Stone Legacy game incoming. I'm sorry, Sione Legacy game incoming. I can read. I'll get to the alerts here in a second. Just setting up everything. The alert, when I go full screen, the alert box is turned off because it affects the other streams that we do. I think it does because it automatically goes to suspended reserve, and then the team gets a one-day roster exemption to work it out. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. What are we doing, Streamlabs? What? I don't know what's happening. All right. Let's go to the Madden. Let's just go here. Nothing's going to be screwed up here. Or maybe it will. You going to show up? Okay, great. But now... What is happening? That's funny. When I click on it, it stops doing that. It's very strange. Hopefully it doesn't keep doing that. All right, let's just play this game so that I can... Why? All right, I don't know. You're just gonna see this part of my wall all stream, I guess. We got to sign some free agents. Guys that are not technically on the team, but Dan Campbell has talked about these guys enough that it's probably fair to assume that these guys are going to be promoted from the practice squad or maybe even signed from the practice squad. I think it's about time we just add Isaac Uku. There's no guarantee he plays this week because he's oddly been left out of the conversation when Dan Campbell's been talking about like the edges that need to step up. I think that maybe that's just because like it's an assumed since he's played the past 2 weeks. Listen, the Lions need all hands on deck because they're not going to have Pascal this week. Maybe was Mohammed the guy that I couldn't find? No, he's right here. Okay. I think we're okay unless there's someone I'm forgetting. We're not trading for Max Crosby or Zadarius Smith or anything. You want Boogie Basham? There's 2 Bashams. That's fun. All right. So, the good news is this is relatively quickly. This can go by relatively quickly for the Lions. We obviously got to take JMO out, and they've already done that for us. So, I guess a conversation could be had in who's going to step up in whose place. I think you'll see a little bit of everyone else, a little bit more of everyone else, right? You'll see a little bit more Tim Patrick. You'll probably see a little bit more Khalif. And it certainly sounds like Allen Robinson is going to eventually show up and play maybe 5 to 10 snaps in this game versus the 1 to 2 he has been playing. There has been a little bit of talk of Isaiah Williams. I don't believe, personally, that he's going to get any meaningful snaps in this game. He might be active for the first time, but I'd be very surprised if we see him much on the field, so we'll leave him there. The good news, everyone else on offense is healthy. You're going to get Kevin Zeitler back this week, which is good. That is a really old picture of Kevin Zeitler. He looks so weird without the facial hair. I don't like that. It's weird. Anyways. All right, here's where we got to make some decisions. The left spot was normally Josh Paschal after Aiden got hurt. I kind of think Isaiah Thomas might be on the left side and then like James Houston on the right, but whoops. I get the sense that Isaiah Thomas is like going to start this football game. Honestly. Why? I'm sorry. This monitor thing is driving me crazy. Every time I look over, it's wrong, and then every time I click back. If I just like deactivate it, then activate it, are you gonna like fix? Now if I click over here, it's weird. When I click on the other monitor, it does that. You guys are just gonna have to deal with this. I don't know why it's doing that, but you're gonna have to deal with that. Thomas Inukwu, I feel like that probably makes sense. Who do we even have to play depth here? Levi, maybe? Yeah, that looks right. No. Like that? It's not great. It's not a great situation. But the good news is it does sound like Paschal will be back next week. If you haven't heard, it sounds like they caught something during just a cancer screening, and he said the cancer's not back. It was just something that they had to take care of. And that's kind of all he was willing to give up, which is understandable. It's a very private situation, scary situation, but it sounds like they took care of it. He needs a week to rehab or a week to rest or whatever it is, and he'll be back next week, which is great. But yeah, it's not a great situation right now. Levi's going to get some time on the outside. I think you'll see some Mekhi Wingo on the outside too. But in terms of pure edge guys, like these are the guys we're talking about. Ukwu, Houston, maybe a little Pat O'Connor. He's kind of on the inside as well, though. Isaiah Thomas, Al-Qadim Mohammed. That's who we're pulling for this week. Titans' situation is a little bit different. They've got a lot going on, obviously, with the trades, the injuries. So we got to start at quarterback because it certainly seems like we're getting Mason Rudolph this week, who is a worse quarterback according to Madden, so that's noteworthy. He's also a far less mobile quarterback, so don't expect a ton of Mason Rudolph scrambling for yardage. Tajee Spears is questionable in this game. He's their kind of speed option, small speed option, although Pollard has a little bit of that too. He's just a little bit more physical in the way that he runs. I believe Tajee Spears was limited all week, so I get a sense he might play. If I'm not mistaken, he did not play last week. So maybe more of a 50-50, but I think at this point we can probably assume he plays. Jalen Duncan has been ruled out. He's a backup, but just to be completely... Oh, he's... Okay, so not technically a backup. If you watch First Bite, you know that right tackle has been a absolute disaster for them. Justin Mello is not a big Nicholas Petit-Frere. If I'm not mistaken... they're probably going to bring someone up from the practice squad, and he might start for them. But we'll put Petit-Frere in that position for now. And then we got to take Duncan out completely. So their left tackle can be their backup right tackle. The Madden Sim has now been correct 2 weeks in a row. Do you get a chance to get the bobbleheads they give out? I do. Most of the time I don't take it, but I am going to try to take it every bobblehead giveaway they give away from now through Movember and give that away in Movember. All right. Defense. Actually, let's talk Calvin Ridley really quick. I'm sorry, Calvin Ridley's not even listed with an injury designation. He missed the first 2 days of practice, but practiced, I'm not sure if in full or in part on Friday, but not given an injury designation. Obviously, they no longer have what's his name? Jesus. Y'all know who I'm talking about. It's early. My brain scrambled. But not a fantastic array of wide receivers, though. Calvin Ridley is playing this week. Defense. All right. This is kind of a midweek one that popped up. So Tavondre Sweat, one of their top draft picks, a really good run defender. Full practice Wednesday, and then I think limited, and then no practice. Is that right? Or no practice, limited, I think. Listed as questionable. That would be a big loss. I think we should probably keep him in. D-Hop, thank you. But that's an interesting one to keep an eye on. Jeffrey Simmons is also kind of an interior guy. He's fantastic. He's going to play. They were just resting him this week. What do we need to get to? Linebackers. Yeah, let's get to linebackers. Harold Landry, good to go. But Baker, so this is the guy that they traded for because they traded away. He got a limited practice yesterday. I don't know if he's going to play or not. It's a very... I have no idea. Like they just added the guy. He's only got one practice in. If he was on the Lions, I'd probably feel pretty confident that he's not going to play. The Titans are in a different situation. I have no idea. I think there's a good chance he doesn't play. I think we just keep him because who cares? And we need to move this thing along, to be quite honest. Cedric Gray is out. Is he in a starting spot anywhere? No, we don't care about him then. Bigger news, L'Jarius Sneed already ruled out, so we got to bump everybody else up. Obviously, L'Jarius Sneed, an important player on this team. We can't put Chidobe Awuzie there because he's on IR. Roger McCreary, sure, why not? And in fact, they also have Jarvis. This guy, Jarvis Brownlee, is also questionable, added to the injury report on Friday, so a late injury addition. There's a chance he might not play either. So the Titans could be really short-handed in the secondary. Again, I think we should probably just keep him in there just because. But I think we'll leave it at that. Okay, great. Week 8. Great. All right, we got to get this thing going. There's some college football to be played. All right, before we get going, as always, take note of the overall Madden ratings. We got the Titans at a 77. The Lions get bumped up to an 89 this week. I believe they were an 88 last week. So keep that in mind when we do our gambling over here on Twitch. But before we do that, let's change some unis. So the Lions are on the road. We do know the Lions are already wearing their blueberries. The Lions dropped that a couple days ago. In fact, they dropped it right before the Jameson Williams suspension became official, which I don't know if that was strategic or not, but I found it very funny. We could go with the blueberries for the Lions. Let's see what the Titans have to offer in terms of their... Oh, yeah, Houston Oilers, baby. Oh, man, can we just do Houston Oilers and be done with it? I love the Houston Oilers jersey so much. We could go all white. All blue versus all white. Their alts are all pretty boring. I get it. They're a young franchise. The powder blue is kind of tasty. I'm not going to lie. Wait, what's... Oh, what are we looking at here? Okay, that's not bad. The AFL anniversary. Don't like that one as much. Don't like that one as much. What are we thinking? Oilers? Seen a couple Oilers in the chat. Blueberries versus this? All right, we're going it. We're doing it. You all cool with blueberries, or you want to mess around? We could go blueberries with the blue helmet. We've done that a couple times. Huh? Blues with the blue helmet. All right, we're doing that. We're doing it. Oh, I hit backwards. It's all right. I can do this quick. Great. Nah. We already did the blacks. The black uniforms. We're good. That's my wall. For some reason, when I click here, it zooms in like it's supposed to, but when I click over here, that happens. I don't understand. All right. 8-minute quarters. Let me go on Twitch so we can run a poll. So that you guys can gamble all your channel points away. That's not what I meant to do. Chat, I am a mess this morning. No, not video producer. Just go to my channel. Great. This morning. That's me. I don't need to hear myself. Great. All right. Prediction. We can't just go straight up this week because the Lions are such a heavy favorite. All right, who wins the Madden Sim? We're going to say Lions. You know, we're just going to make it 7.5. Minus 7.5. So if you're picking Lions minus 7.5, that means you think the Lions are going to win this Madden Sim by more than a touchdown. 8 points or more. If you pick Titans plus 7.5, you're a winner if the Lions win by 7 or less, or if the Titans win. Very clear. I don't know if it is or if it isn't, but that's what we're doing. Prediction is now live. Can I pop this out? I wish I could pop it out. That doesn't work. All right, you're just going to have to look at my ugly face. Desktop. Double. Wow. 96% of the channel points on the Lions minus 7.5 in this Madden Sim. Oh boy, we're going to do this thing again where I'm going to show up a million times. Oh, Chris Shepard evening things out with 250,000 on the Titans plus 7.5. Phoenix currently leading the Lions gambles with 66K. Only 8 people, 9 now, have bet on the Titans. Yeah, let's make it weird. Let's make it weird. Also, I'm sorry about the Discord messages. I'm going to... It says streamer mode is enabled. I thought that meant it will... Oops. Sorry. I'm getting distracted again. I gotta do this for a really long time, and then it's gonna look cool, I promise. Whoa! It takes too long. That's the problem, is the delay is so long. Who put 250 on the Lions? Cattle Snacks. There we go. See, it's starting to look cool. There's the wave, a very delayed wave. All right, it didn't work out. 65% of the channel points on the line, 75%. Right, you guys can't even see it. I'm in the way the entire time. No one said anything. All right, let's get out of this. Let's go back to the game, Madden. All right. So annoying. All right, it's a 1 o'clock game. We're all set. Let's get this thing going. Wait, it's capped at 250? Is that true? I didn't know that. Let's see. Notifications? Can I turn the sound off of those? Because I know it drives some people crazy. Disable all notification sounds. There you go. All right, here we go. Toughest game remaining on the schedule. It's a good question. Maybe the Bills? That is at home. The 49ers could look like a completely different team in Week 17, and that's in San Francisco on Monday night. I think Packers are going to be a pretty tough game next week, too, to be quite honest. All right. Let me get to alerts while we're waiting for kickoff here. The Zoe, thank you for the 16 months, says go Loins, go Loins. Joshua Mercer, 100 bits, says don't mess with me. Very funny. Echo, I get it. Argantis, thank you for the 11 months subscribed on Twitch. Dylan Huber, 33 months, says ooh, 33. Sione Vaki, legacy game incoming. Joshua Mercer, 100 bits, says did Alzheimer's rep get the gift from the raffle? I already answered that. Another 100 bits from Joshua Mercer says, thanks for that, Jeremy. I love that you guys do this. It's one of my favorite parts of the stream, besides Eric, of course. Hey, I get it. I understand it. I know you said you were kidding later, though. Joshua Mercer, another 100 bits, says trade for Max Crosby and Zadarius Smith. Now, D. Parente, 21 months, says, since I started watching this year, you kept your mustache several months. November is always when I see you at your quote normal. Yep. It's coming. Lost Oceans, 44 months subscribed to the channel. Asia, thank you for the first time subscription using your Twitch Prime. Appreciate that. JP is me, 25 months, says so hyped for Movember. Thank you. I am very excited too. Ben Freddy, 8 months subscribed on Twitch. Zern Baby Zern, 41 months, says season prediction record 15-2. That'd be something. And then Downgrade 20, 6 months, says almost a baby, first in the north. And we're caught up. And you're just going to have to deal with my white space the entire time, because once I click to the game and get the audio, that happens. All right. Going to pay more attention to chat, going to pay more attention to the game. No more distractions. If you got questions, you got Movember comments, you got Titans comments, I'm locked in. Here we go. What are the odds the Lions make a trade for a defensive end before the trade deadline ends? I'm still at like an 80%. I think they're going to do it. They've been talking like they're really looking. I think the reason it hasn't happened yet is because they want to make sure it's the right price. They want to also check in their in-home options. Like, I think this week is going to be very much a, like, let's see what we got. You know, let's see what Al-Qadim Mohammed can do. Let's see what Isaiah Thomas can do. And then we'll have a clear view of what we need. The give is to Montgomery, who runs into a bunch of traffic there, only pick up a yard. Bodies flying everywhere there. Good Titans defense in terms of the run defense. Not going to be easy to find yards on the ground this week. High pressure is Eric getting tomorrow? Eric who? Hey, Rise the Beast, $2 super chat. Says, let's go Lions. Let's go Lions. Appreciate the super chat. Going right back to Montgomery, who makes a cut when he didn't have to, but he's going to fall forward, pick up about 4, set up a third and medium here. Yeah, you're right. I could do that. Wait, that's the wrong button. That's not alt. That's control. There. It's gone, but it's also smaller. That's fine. Goff looking. Plenty of time. Gonna check. Nah, just gonna throw this one away. Throw it away on third down. Not happy about it. The Lions will go 3 and out. Do you have any thoughts on what they will do with Christian Mahogany? It's a good question, Phoenix Knight. They obviously do have the roster spot open now. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lions close the roster spot this week. Like they might sign Ukwu to the 53-man roster, and so they won't have that roster spot open. Terrible punt there from Jack Fox, by the way. It goes out at the 27-yard line. I think Dan kind of let it slip a little bit. Like, okay, I haven't talked to Brad about it, so I'm not going to say yes or no whether we're going to activate him, but he said something like, you kind of want to see this one play out, though. You want to see him continue to grow. And so I would be very surprised if Mahogany is not added to the 53-man roster. But it's possible he isn't. Should I bet the house on the Patriots next week? I would never suggest betting the house on any sporting event because there is a huge factor of luck involved in every single sporting event, whether fans want to admit it or not. Ooh. Blitz almost got there, but not quite in time. And Mason Rudolph finds, I'm going to assume, Calvin Ridley. Indeed, Calvin Ridley for 9 on the opening play for the Titans offense. Want to see 2 running back gun formations. Lions never do that. Running back on each side of Goff could open up a lot. Yeah, Scotty Montgomery at some point this week mentioned something about going 2 tight end formation a little bit. Like talking about the growth of Gibbs a little bit. And it raised my eyebrows. Like, did you just say that? Are you teasing? Are you? Because I want that. I want that too. I'm with you. The only exception is betting Michigan State at +6.5. Yeah, if I was a sports better, when that line opened up, and I think it's now at like 3.5, I was just like, what are they doing? Is that caught? There's a flag on the play. We don't see a lot of flags in these Madden sims. Are we going to get a roughing the passer on Aleem McNeil? I saw Aleem get there. Terrion? What did Terrion do? Was Terrion blitzing on that play? What happened? And did he catch it? Yeah, we know that. First of all, tell me if he caught it. Second of all, show me a replay. I guess he didn't catch it because that's about where he caught it. Make that tackle, Malcolm. Attaboy. That was 4 yards? Do you think Parker Hesse gets cut today? It's an interesting question, Michael, because obviously they elevated Zylstra last week and made Hesse inactive. So there is a chance that they do that swap, especially if they want to elevate 2 guys, right? They're going to have to make room. Like, if they want to elevate 2 edges, they're not going to be able to just elevate Zylstra again this week. I don't know. That's a really good question, actually. One I hadn't really thought of. Calling it right now, Meek pick 6. That'd be fun. No corner has an interception yet. It's all been safety. Oh my God! Mason Rudolph just tore apart this Lions defense. How did Tyler Boyd get that wide open? Tyler Boyd, is that right? That's right? Oh, this will show us what happened. Thanks for showing all of the other side of the field where there's no players instead of the actual side of the field where the players are. What a terrible start. But you know what? The Titans have gotten off to hot starts in just about every game this season. So if this happens in real life, I don't want any of you melting down on Twitter, okay? You know, if I'm talking about you, you know it. Aiden's upset about it. Aiden's not somehow out there. Is Aiden out there, like, now? What? Reactivate my Twitter account just to meltdown. Don't do it. You're allowed. It doesn't. Here's the thing. Your win-loss record, it does not reflect whether you were trailing in that ball game or not. You think Bills fans are upset that they fell behind 10-0 to Titans last week when they won, what was it, 35-10 or whatever it was? Exactly, Jay-Z. All right, Jared. Gonna need more than a 3-and-out this time. Vikings fans are saying the Lions fans aren't likable anymore. It's funny that the second we become good team, we are a shitty fan base. Yeah, exactly. Like, they liked us when we were humble and sad and self-deprecating, but when our team is good and we're excited and why is Colby Sore still in there? Did something happen to Panay on the first drive that I missed? Y'all are very cocky with my Vikings. Well, yeah, we're first place in the NFC. We're a Super Bowl competitor. Like, why would Lions fans not be very excited right now? Yeah, what happened to Panay? You can't like check injuries, can you? I don't know how. How can I check? Yeah, there's nothing I can do. What do you... Hurt on the first play? I don't know. He's gone. I saw Panay throw down his helmet, but never saw an injury now. Okay. Panay got hurt on the first play. Disaster. And now the Lions are facing a second straight 3-and-out if they don't get a first down. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what you want from Lions fans. I'm not the kind of Lions fan that is going to go, like, dunking on the opponent after we beat them. I'm just not that kind of fan in general. But if you're mad at a team, fans of a team are excited and cocky and confident after their 5-1 first place in the NFC, especially with a fan base that has never won the NFC, that has never been to a Super Bowl, that has never had back-to-back 10-win seasons. Like, I don't like. What are you looking for? What are you expecting out of us? We've taken so much shit over decades and decades and decades, and you just expect me to be like, "Hey, good game, Vikings. You guys really gave it to us. You could beat us the next time." Like, no, we're gonna be like, "Hell yeah, dude. We're kicking some ass. Y'all better watch out." I know y'all expect us to be Midwestern nice sometimes, but it feels good to win and good to be a little cocky. Okay. We're gonna go the officials route, are we, huh? I ain't gonna comment on the officials. When's the last time Lions lost 2 in a row? I believe it was 2022. They didn't do it all last year. Little screen on 3rd and short. He just needs a block. Graham, get that block. Okay, David will just take it himself. Look at him go up the sideline. Break a couple tackles. It getting down into Titans territory. What a play there from David Montgomery. Yeah, send this one to Kyle Brandt. Makes a guy miss. Get off me! Oh, well, he technically didn't get off him. But What did Cattlesnack say? Oh, losing 2 in a row. All right, Lions 1st and 10 from the Titans' 36-yard line. Goff in the shotgun. Send Laporta in motion, then back again. And unblocked defender there for David Montgomery. He'll make him miss, but slows him down enough for a huge miss. That's a 7-yard loss. Setting the Lions behind the chains early in this game. And that's true, Brad Holmes-Ora. No question. Quick snap there. Nice little out to Amon-Ra. I was going to turn it upfield. Pick up about... Oh, breaks a tackle there, too. Picks up about 13. They'll call it 3rd and 5. I think it's a little bit shorter than that. Listen, no one's going to defend the refs for what happened on Thursday night, right? It's a clear missed face mask. It's unacceptable. It's all those things. Fact of the matter, though, is the Vikings, in that situation, 2 minutes to go from your own 3, they're lucky to have been even in that situation. Because if you remember, in the previous possession, the Rams, with an opportunity to run at least 40 seconds off the clock, inexplicably went out of bounds. So, at best, the Vikings should have been at their own 3-yard line with a minute 10 left and 0 timeouts, having to score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, which is all their own fault. And the win percentage there is, we're talking decimal points of a single percentage point. So that's all on the Vikings. That's the burden they have to bear. And as Kevin O'Connell said himself, like, we're not going to go forward and complain about the refs and wallow in what ifs. Y'all gotta fix your team. Goff with a little spin move. The spin move is in the game. Think they'll sweep the AFC South? So who's left? This is their first AFC South team they've played, right? Titans. So Titans, Texans. Oh boy, my AFC lack of knowledge is showing. Jaguars and Bills. Wait, no, Bills are East. Who's the team I'm missing? Titans, Texans. Oh, Colts. All right, Lions pick up first down there. Entering the red zone here. Goff makes an audible. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Montgomery in the backfield with him. He'll go back to pass. Check this one quickly to the right. It's Amon-Ra who breaks a tackle, goes upfield, gets inside the 5 down to the 4-yard line, an 8-yard pickup, and that'll be the last play of the first quarter. Has Trent been trending the right way recently? I would say mostly so, yeah. There's still a lot of ups and downs, but I think overall you're starting to see it. I know that room is hungry for an interception, though. One of those guys really wants to pick one up, and say against Mason Rudolph, got an opportunity for sure. Was so conflicted during that game, needed the immediate Vikings loss, but hate to see the Rams gain momentum. Yeah, but you got to remember the Rams also. You also have that tiebreaker over the Rams, and they're going to do whatever they're going to do. Ooh, nice little jump pass there. Is that Amon-Ra? No, that's Khalif Ramian. I don't know why I said it like that. Scores a touchdown, spikes the ball, celebrates with his offensive line with handshakes, and the Lions are an extra point away from tying this ball game up. Khalif Raymond. Yeah, we have the tiebreaker over the Rams. What are we, three games ahead of them right now? Are they 3 and 4? So, if they're going to get hot, they're going to get hot, and you'll have to deal with that when comes playoff time. But, meh. Not that worried. I think the Lions want both Zadarius Smith and Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett's going to cost them a heck of a lot more than Zadarius Smith. I know I'm not saying anything that any other Lions reporter hasn't said already, but Zadarius Smith just makes way too much sense for me, and I hope that's the one they eventually come to terms with, get a deal done with for. Just that's my guy. Oh, nice little kick return there, down to the 36-yard line. What do you hope out of Thomas tomorrow? Honestly, I want to see good run defense tomorrow. That's the thing that I really don't like that I've seen in 2 of the 3 last games, the Seahawks and obviously last week against the Vikings. They got some running game going against the Lions, and that to me, like, the whole thing kind of falls apart a little bit if the Lions can't continue to stop the run. So I'm hoping the edge defenders do a good job holding the edge. Anything from their pass rush is extra. Again, like, the Titans' right tackle situation is a disaster. So whoever is there, they're going to need to show some pass rushing chops too. Nice little pass break up there from Carlton Davis. But I would like the Lions to show that they can stop the run better. Because, listen, the Packers like to run the ball a lot too. Josh Jacobs is having a pretty decent year. I think he's a good running back. A lot of teams that they face are going to try to run the ball, particularly if the Lions can't stop it. Hey, there's James Houston. Sack. Down goes Mason Rudolph for a big loss. We'll say 9 yards. I don't remember what they got on first down. It would have been a great week to have Aiden Hutchinson, I'll tell you that much. Oh, he dropped the ball. When does he drop that ball? When he hits the ground. All right. I doubt Joey Bosa is available. Any of those, like, huge names of guys that are still relatively in their prime. Like, I've heard Khalil Mack's name get thrown around like that. That is at least a little bit closer to what the Lions might have available to them. I would not think Joey Bosa is available. It's going to be a quick screen pass. And is that Carlton? No, that's a Meek. A Meek all over it. Tackle for loss. And now the Lions seem to have settled in. The offense goes 3 and out. The defense gives up a touchdown. And since then, water has found its level. That's how that saying goes, right? I never use that saying, but I've heard it used a couple times recently. So now I'm taking it back. Was Pascal in there? We tried to take him out. Sometimes when we take it, I probably forgot to do it in sub packages. That's on me. Julian Okwara, no. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, is that Joey or is that Nick Bosa? Either way, I don't think any of the Bosas are available. All right, Lions going I formation here. Still no Penei Sewell, who got injured apparently on the first play of this game. Play action, plenty of time for Goff. He's going to fire it down, and it's picked off! It's picked off again by the Titans, who only have 1 interception on the season. Now they have 2. Darrell Baker. Okay. Why are you yelling at me? Why is that so loud? I got scared. They were yelling at me. Oh, ran that route for Amon-Ra, and now the Titans are in scoring position already. I thought the Lions had settled in, but listen, the Lions are going to lose this game. This is how. Dan Campbell said it himself. This team would look a lot better if the turnover battle just kind of tipped in their favor. Right now they're -9 on the season. Only have forced 3 turnovers, if I'm not mistaken, and have given up the ball 12 times. If they just win a game in the turnover battle, this team could look a lot different. So not a great start here for Detroit. They're going to send a blitz for a 5-man rush. Doesn't get there. Flag on the play. Calvin Ridley couldn't pull that one in. On 34? They didn't even throw to that guy! Boo! Boo! you're not completely wrong, Greg, but I will say that turnover margin is generally not sustainable. It can vary week to week. It almost always varies year to year. Oh my God. Tony Pollard with his musical orchestra. Taking it to the lines in this first half. I don't know who that linebacker was, but he was a little late. It looked like Nowoski a little late getting to his gap. I need a cash out option for channel points. That'd be kind of awesome if Twitch somehow built that in. I don't think they could, though. Doesn't really make sense. Get out of their face, NFL Films guy. Come on. Come on. Whoa, Kirby. First of all, Hutchinson shouldn't be out there. Turnovers involve a lot of luck. Yeah, in a lot of cases they do. Not always, right? Like, if you get pressure, you force bad throws an interception, that's a forced interception. You punch out the ball, kind of a forced interception. But it also involves when you punch out a ball, that ball bouncing to the right team, right? Fumble luck, as people put it. Overthrows, bad throws, that's more relying on the offense than it is necessarily the defense. But if you're on offense and you have a crappy quarterback, chances are you're going to turn the ball over more. If the last two games against Rudolph is a tie and a loss, I'll cry. Yeah. You and me both, maybe. I will say this. If the Lions were to somehow lose this week, the positive spin on it is that it doesn't affect any of your tiebreakers. It's not an NFC loss. It's not a division loss. It's not a head-to-head loss that's going to matter. And you'll still be 5-2. And at least tied for first place in the NFC North and the NFC. So, like, it'll feel really bad. It'll feel like a missed opportunity. You might look back at it in the end of the season and say it's, you know, should have had that one and it would have been the 1 seed versus the 3 seed or whatever. But again, it's week to week, any given Sunday. Don't panic if it happens. Hey, there's Brock Wright. Who? Brock Wright. The 20-yard gain down to the 47-yard line. Gets the crowd going. Honestly, couldn't care less if the Lions lost this game. Really? I'm not going that far. Old silver lining. Yeah, silver lining or iceman. That's what they call me. Oh! A rare drop there from Sam Laporta. Maybe that's why they're not throwing you the ball, Sam. At this point, it could be a division win or a division loss comparison. What does that mean? I don't know what that means, Joshua. But thank you for the 100 bits. Losing is bad, but losing to an AFC team is the best kind of loss. Exactly. Exactly. There's the give to Gibbs, who has a wide open hole and accelerates through it for a first down. I sent you something random I found on YouTube of a new Tim Robinson commercial. Feels like you'd enjoy it. Where'd you send it to me? Discord? If we lose this game. If we lose this game, it'd be like a division win or a division loss comparison. You think this game is as important as a division game? I don't think so. Okay, I'll check it out. Goff going to the sideline, hits Sam Laporta. Did he get both feet in? He did. Down to the Titans' 31-yard line, first down. Is Harold Landry stay in Detroit after this game? I don't know. I don't think so. What are we doing here? Oh, you're going to review this? Boo! 2 feet. He's dragging him. Oh, receiver had possession? 1 foot, 2 foot dragging. That looks like possession to me. Does he lose it when he hits the ground? That's a catch. That's an easy catch. Thanks for wasting our time. Sam Laporta game incoming? Great. So I put out that tweet earlier in the week that said Titans are the #1 team in terms of EPA allowed for deep shots, deep passes. #1 being they're the best defense against it. They're very hard to throw deep against, and they're like 22nd in intermediate routes. So that's kind of their weak spot in their pass defense. That said, I believe they're one of the best teams against tight ends in particular. Now, you lose one of your best linebacker, arguably. That can change. The one thing that they haven't done well, I should say, is defending against running backs in the passing game. I believe they are mid to low 20s in that. Why are you guys talking about DeAndre Hopkins? Was he on the field? Yeah, Hopkins got traded to the Chiefs. Shotgun snap from Goff here on a 2nd and 14. Throws this one to his tight end again. That time it's Sam Laporta again. Gets knocked backwards at about the 27-yard line. That'll set up a 3rd and short. We'll call it 3rd and 5, as it says over there. Perry, thank you for subscribing. Another first-time subscriber using that Twitch Prime, which is always a good reminder. We're going to go full screen for this real quick. Hey, do you have Amazon Prime? Good. Link it to your Twitch account. Come over to Twitch. Make a Twitch account for free. You can subscribe to our channel for free. That supports us. Doesn't cost you a dime. Doesn't cost you a dime. Free subscription. Just hit the subscription button. Scroll down. Say use Prime sub. Boom. It's free. What did Lost Ocean say? Still not a big deal. Yes. I am working. I know there are some T-shirts and things that are still owed from last Movember. Working on it. It is something that I don't take lightly, that those haven't been handed out yet. I'm very much working on it. Diligently. It is extremely important to me that all that happens, because if we can't honor a charity donation, that makes us pretty scummy. So I've seen the emails. I'm sorry if I haven't gotten back to you. Working on it. That's all I'll say. Zay, thank you for also subscribing with your Twitch Prime. Appreciate you doing that. It is a big deal. I know you're not. It's not a big deal to you, but it is a big deal to me. Ooh, throws into traffic. Did he hold on? He did. Sam Laporta absorbed a huge hit there. Picks up the 1st down. 1st and goal lines at the 8. Oops. Sorry. All right, here we go. Shotgun snap, empty backfield. Goff looking to pass. Here comes the pressure from his right. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to tuck it and run, not pick up much of anything there. Takes kind of a big hit. You don't really want to see that with your quarterback. But he gets up. Seems to be fine. 2nd goal here. Is that Gibbs in motion? Then they'll send him back out. Here comes a blitz, and Goff is just going to run backwards and then take it. Oh, you can't do that, Goff. You see the pressure coming. You got to get rid of the football. Instead, he makes a bad situation even worse, and now the Lions have a basically impossible situation here. 3rd and goal from the 18. Why is subscribing with Prime so difficult? I don't know. The Twitch app is not great for that sort of stuff. Frog Bark. Thank you for subscribing. Why isn't it showing you up on my... There it is. 7-month subscribers. Let's go, Loins. Go, Loins. Line's going to run this down to the 2-minute warning. They probably should, but they probably won't because Madden is stupid. Here they're going to set up the screen. They get it out to Gibbs, who is very impatient. Doesn't wait for Frank Ragnow to get that block. And Comes up a good, I don't know, 15 yards short of where he needs to go. Impatient running, poor play design, Goff taking a bad sack, and the Lions are going to have to settle for a field goal here. Have you ever seen Madden have the Lions do a trick play? I don't. It's a good question. Maybe? We've seen a fake field goal, right? Like, I think maybe one time we saw a fake field goal. I'm bold enough to say I don't think Madden is super realistic. No, Nick, take it back. Stand and chill the brave. Go hard with the game. With honor you will keep your fame. Down the field and gain a Lions victory. We got this. We got this. Watch, they're going to throw an interception on this drive. Boom, you dead. Is that former brick salesman Mr. Bates? It is. Did you know him as a brick salesman? Shut him down, open up shop. Oh. Mayo Man intercept. He's not playing. We've got, what's his name? Oh, God, I'm tired. Okay, here we go. Interception time. Feel it. Do it. Picked. Oh, get there. Ooh. You better be careful you're throwing around Alex Anzalone. He's had his hands on a couple this year already. Tim Twentyman's interview with Bates was good this past week. Nobody else of note was interviewed this week. That's right. Last week, though. Couple people. Oh, get him. I didn't see the Bates interview this week. I haven't talked to Bates one-on-one yet. Seems like a good kid, though. His name is Alex Anzalone. I like it. I like it. Clock is running here as the Titans try to add to their lead before we get to the half. Mason Rudolph looking, throws, finds an open receiver. That's Calvin Ridley again across midfield into Lions territory. They'll mark him down at the 49-yard line. The clock continues to run. Titans not using one of their 2 remaining timeouts yet. If you get any past Lion besides Stafford, Calvin Berry to this team, who is it and why is it DeAndre Levy or Cliff Averill? Ooh. As much as here comes a blitz. There comes Alex Anzalone. Getting his hands all over Mason Rudolph, taking him down for a 10-yard loss. And for some reason, the clock isn't running. I mean, it feels like it has to be an edge defender, right? Like a Robert Porcher or something. I mean, even like an Ndamukong Suh would be nice. Not that I don't like the Lions' interior defenders. What was it like being interviewed by Tim? I mean, the actual interview itself was just very fluid conversation. Tim's good at asking questions, setting them up. You know, he even told me what the topics were going to be ahead of time. It was cool being in that studio. I had never stepped foot in the studio, and it's a really nice studio. And I will say, like, the toughest part about it. Hold on, let's get this second down. Oh, traffic. The toughest part about it is because when I'm doing these podcasts, when I'm doing the POD cast, the midweek mailbag, I'm in a Zoom call with Eric. There's like visual feedback. So if there's like something on my nose or, you know, something on the side of my mouth, like I can see that, I can react to it. There's no visual feedback for me doing the interview, doing any interview, right? Like that is not how a normal interview goes. And so it was a little, get him, Aleem. Call timeout. Yes. And so not having that visual feedback like I'm used to it was weird not seeing that, not seeing my own mouth move. all those things. Like, if I'm fidgeting with my hands, I'll be able to notice it. If I'm doing it in this normal interview, I don't. So I feel like I was a little fidgety. I haven't went back and watched it, but anyways, I thought it went good in general. Well, okay, just barely trickles into the end zone. Lions will have 2 timeouts, only 17 seconds to get in field goal range here, starting at their own 20. Goff having a pretty good day. It's a lot of attempts, not a lot of yards, but a good completion percentage. Does anyone know where goal lines originated? I mean, I think it's just like it started as someone accidentally typing it, and it just became a goal lines thing. I don't know if there's a specific instance that inspired it, so to speak. Lions will just run out the clock, run out the half. They'll go in to the third quarter down 14-10 to the Titans, and I believe Tennessee's going to get the ball first to start. Is a wide receiver lineup St. Brown in the slot, Patrick at the X, Raymond at the Y? That's probably, yeah, that is what I would guess, yes. You might see some Allen Robinson a little bit at the Y. They cross-train everybody, so there's a chance it all kind of like filters through here and there. JEC Paxton, 27 months subscribed on Twitch, says Line Pride. Line Pride indeed. I predicted Tim Patrick to catch a touchdown this week. Since then, I've heard 2 other podcasts predict the same. What are your thoughts? Yeah, why not? I think that's a fair guess. It feels like his production has just quietly rose week to week, and it's almost surprising he hasn't done it yet. But yeah, I wouldn't bet on it because I don't bet on anything, and touchdowns are just so hard to predict, right? Like, your best guess if you're predicting a Lions touchdown is just one of the running backs. I'd have to go back and double check this, but I think the Lions have scored a rushing touchdown in 20 straight games. 2-0. 20 straight games. And I know David Montgomery didn't score one last week. But I thought I saw a stat somewhere that said, like, literally 20 straight games the Lions have scored a rushing touchdown. Which, to me, like, that's incredible and insane and ridiculous. It's the longest active streak, which probably not surprising. I think the Bills are not far behind. But, I mean, you think about some of these games, and sometimes your just offense isn't clicking and you don't even score a touchdown in a game, and the Lions have not only not had that happen to them, they've literally scored a rushing touchdown 20 straight games. That's crazy. Plenty of time for Mason Rudolph. He's going to find his receiver who's going to fight for extra yards but come up 1 yard short. Setting up a pretty big 3rd and 1 to kick off this third quarter. I would not take Vaki for anything. Those parlays will get you, man. All right, big 3rd down here. They're going to hand it off to Pollard, and the Lions are way too slow to react to it, and he'll easily pick up 5 and the 1st down. Down to the Lions, down to their own 41-yard line. You don't like these Houston Oilers unis? Man, I love them. Defense trying to get themselves hyped up here. Bunch formation to Mason Rudolph's left. There is a play action. He's going to roll to his left, throw back to his right, finds a receiver, gets out of bounds for just a 3-yard gain there. A little nifty play. Is going to push and shove with Brian Branch there. Who is the next pick, Kirby or Branch? I'm going to say Amik, just out of nowhere. Amik comes out, nabs a pick this week. Absolutely no rationale for my pick, just being random about it. Oh, is that Trevor Nowaski getting in there? Ben Neiman! Ben! How do you keep sneaking in? We got to put Nowaski above him on the depth chart. 150 on a 20 on Thursday Night Football. Lots of low-hanging fruit. Closest thing was who? 5 receptions? Not Kill. Who's Kill? Cup. That makes more sense. Lions send the blitz. Here comes Alimi. Hits him as he throws, but it's complete, and he's short. 4th and inches right at midfield. What are the Titans going to do here? You're a 1-5 team. You have to imagine you go for it. Who has more love for what they do? Jeremy or Puka Nacua? Oh, they're going to punt. Wow. Unbelievable decision here. Couldn't be Dan Campbell. And it does not pay off as that punt goes into the end zone for just a net of 30 yards. That is coaching malpractice. You have a chance to add to your lead against a 5-1 Lions team in their own home, and you take the coward route of punting the ball. Is it this play, Jared? I know it's this play. Where's the quarter? Where is he? Jared Goff's hiding. All right, here we go. Oh, Panay's back. Panay's back. Panay's back. Here comes the offense. Panay's back. Not sure I like that play. What are you doing? Just lower your head and get yardage. Yeah, it almost feels like there was some shenanigans happening with Puka. Doesn't practice. Did he not practice all week? I mean, I know it's a short week. But, like, every doctor, every reporter's like, yeah, he might play, but he's barely going to play. Like, he's going to be on a severe limited pitch count, and then he goes out and just balls out. Like, there was some sneakiness. Christine says no. Myles Garrett, Max Crosby. Yeah, I mean, that's not surprising. Oh, Tre'Davious White. Talking with the Rams about his future, including a potential trade. Tre'Davious White has, what I've seen, not been very good this year, so good luck with that. Meanwhile, Amon-Ra, the slot merchant, deep shot all the way in the Titans' territory, and first down Lions. Puka is a stud. He was just so fun to watch on Thursday, to be honest, and that offense is so different with him in it. It kind of reminded me of what they looked like in week 1 when they kind of tore up the Lions defense a little bit, at times at least. Just nothing doing in the running game, which feels very possible. No purview this week. I believe. I don't think they could pull it together this week. There were just some people that weren't available. So, unfortunately, no purview as far as I'm aware. I'm kind of not in charge of that podcast. So, but that's the latest I heard on it. There's some running room. Can you fall forward for the first? They're going to mark him short. 30 inches. That ball is right on the first down line. See what the Lions do here. Goff changing the line, changing the play at the line. Montgomery in the backfield. They're going to throw. Goff looking, throws, finds. Who else? Brock Wright turns it upfield, and there's room. Down inside the 20, down to the 10-yard line. Big play from the Lions there. Third down. I mean, the tight ends have been huge in this game. Oh, I love the song. Is that going to get us DMCA'd? Sending Khalif in motion, then throws to him. Can he get it upfield? He does cut it upfield a little bit. Picks up a 7 yards, let's say, down to the 4-yard line. The Lions can actually still technically get a first down inside the 1-yard line. but they'll mark this one at the 4. 2nd and 3. This line's looking to take the lead here late in the third quarter. Who I've seen Muse a couple times too. I saw them. Where have I seen them? I saw them in LA. I think I saw them at Lollapalooza. Is that right? The one time I went to Lollapalooza, Gibbs falls forward, and he's at the 1. And it's technically 3rd and inches, and he's a yard away from a touchdown as well. Thoughts on the walk-off rouge? I still don't know what a rouge is, but if you can win a game with a punt, if you can score points with a punt, it's an abomination. Look at they're inside the 1, but not a first down and not a touchdown. Montgomery will break that tackle and skip his way into the end zone, giving the Lions their first lead of the game. Panay's in there flexing and hopping, and so is Graham. You'll love to see it. Zeitler in there kind of celebrating by himself. You like Radiohead? Of course, yeah. Also saw Radiohead at Lala, I think the same year. Is that right? Yeah. No. I saw Rage at that year's Lala. Did I see Radiohead? I don't think I've seen Radiohead. I haven't. No, Radiohead was there too. Whatever year it was Radiohead. It was 9 Inch Nails. It was Muse there? Now I'm starting to second guess whether Muse was there. God, what year was that? I'm also probably mixing together. So I went to Coachella one year too. $2008? Yeah, 2000. 2008 sound right? It could have been 2008. That sounds right. Let's look at the Lollapalooza 2008 lineup. Radiohead, Rage Against the Machine, 9 Inch Nails, Kanye West. I didn't see Kanye that year. Raconteurs, Gnarls Barkley. That was definitely the year. Oh, I don't think I saw the Black Keys when I was there either. Damn, that was a good lineup. No, I did not. Caitlin. Blues Travelers was there? Dang. Anyways, a couple of years later, I went to Coachella as well. Good times. I think I saw Muse at Coachella. That makes more sense. Tony Pollard breaking a couple tackles, gets to the 40-yard line, 2nd and 2. Doing the Elon Musk goofy jumps in the end zone. That's exactly what that was, Hunka Chunka. Good call. Never been to a Grateful Dead show, no. Little play action there for Mason Rudolph. Throws up the middle of the field. Caught. Kirby Joseph in tight coverage, but not before Calvin Ridley can catch it all the way down to the Lions' 44-yard line and a first down. Probably not a good idea, Shane. I'm not sure if that's allowed. No more play action there for Mason Rudolph. Going to throw, just attacking that middle of the field. It's blocked down by Brian Branch, and for a second I thought it was going to be picked off, but Branch finally showing up in this game with a huge pass breakup. 2nd and 10. All we need is Love. Hey, I've seen Love, the Cirque du Soleil thing in Vegas several times because my mom is a crazy Beatles fan. Oh, they tried to set up the screen, but the pressure got there too quick. I believe that was Malcolm Rodriguez laid a big hit on Mason Rudolph, affected the throw, hits the ground. Here comes a big 3rd and 10. You can hear the Ford Field crowd getting rowdy. Are we starting to come up with Movember? I don't think I want to do that one either for Movember if that's what you're talking. Oh, wide open! What are you doing? Yeah, I'm well aware. My mom texted me my mom has seen that show like 12 times. So she was pretty heartbroken when she heard it was closing down. A little quick pass to Calvin Ridley there. Picks up 7. Lions need a stop here. At least hold them to a field goal. Come on. Really hope the Titans game is another nail biter. My heart can't take 2 in a row. Hey, that's the NFL, my friends. If you don't like tight matchup games with a lot on the line, you've come to the wrong place. Now that the lines are good too, there's the added element of these games actually matter. And like I said, that's life in the NFL. Terrion Arnold, a couple of zeros matched up there. Calvin Ridley takes the better of this one. Catches the ball, gets down to the 12-yard line, and that'll be the last play of the third quarter as the Titans are going to have it 1st and 10 from the Lions 12. 3 points down in a 17-14 ball game. Jeremy makes his bet on the wheel. How dare you? Let me show you. No, it's not made. I'm kidding. It is very much not made. All right, here we go. They're going to give to Pollard. He's got some open field, but nice tackle there. Open field tackle there. I think it was Brian Branch. Unfortunately, his teammate knocked him forward when Branch seemed to be knocking him backward. So pick up 5. Oh, I didn't watch the World Series. I saw it had a very exciting ending, but I did not watch the World Series just for that matter. There's no rooting interest when it's Dodgers Yankees. What is the coverage here? My goodness. I don't know how that's not a touchdown either, but Titans are going to have it 1st and goal here. Less than probably like a foot away from taking the lead in this ballgame with 7 minutes left. Titans are going to spread this one out. Tony Pollard right next to Mason Rudolph in the shotgun. Takes a snap, gives to Pollard, and he's going to walk in. Untouched. Touchdown Tony Pollard, who spikes the football right in front of a Lions defender. And look out as the Lions are on upset watch here. Not looking good. Zone coverage, but COVID rules, so he can't be within 6 feet of the receiver. Oh, that's what that is. Pretty big extra point here. It's currently 20-17. An extra point makes it 21, meaning the Lions will have to get into the end zone to take the lead again. And that kick is up, and it is presumably good. 10-play, 67-yard drive for the Titans, including a big 3rd and 10 conversion somewhere in the middle of that. And the Titans lead your Detroit Lions 21-7. Katie from Michigan, thank you for the 46 months, by the way. Subscribe to the channel. Says so crazy. 46 months is a long time. That is almost 4 freaking years. I don't think I've won a Madden bet this year. Sorry, I'm cursed. Hey, it's okay. As long as Madden is wrong in real life, I think we'll all be okay. Who's returning the kick there? Oh, we'll never know. All right, Jared Goff taking the field. Do you guys notice, like, he just points when he takes the field now? Like, we're over there. I kind of want to ask him about that. Like, is that something that he's always been doing or just something that I noticed this year? It's like when he walks out onto the field, he's just pointing. Am I the only one that's noticed this? Tell me someone else has noticed this. And I feel like it's every time he walks onto the field. Every single drive, he's just pointing. And I hadn't noticed it before this year. Little check down there. Sam Laporta. He always points. Just watch on the broadcast. Watch him this time. You think he's telling you which hash mark he wants the ball on? Maybe. I hope the real game doesn't go like this. I have a 12-leg parlay, a little over 24,000. Yikes. Notice that game last week? Okay, there you go. Oh, boy. Break it. No, a 9-yard loss on first down. I've noticed, too, I think he points to the hash he wants the ball on. Maybe that is it. It would be more than 48 months. I didn't renew when you guys were on hiatus, as you should have not done. I'd never expected anybody to subscribe while we were on hiatus, particularly when we didn't know if we were ever going to be back. I don't know why they do the waddling thing. All right, let's get back. Pick up, maybe half of it, 3/4 of it here. What's up, Zazu? What's up, buddy? You want something? Oh, he's going deep. Big play. Come on. Where's the... Oh, my God. I saw the defender running, and I'm like, oh, my God, is this guy going to be wide open? Instead, you throw a jump ball to Khalif Raymond. To Short King Khalif Raymond. Did you get money for the subs while you were on vacation? Vacation? Hiatus? There were some people that still subscribed while we were... What is that? Ben Johnson! Are there any still active sale codes for Pride Detroit Direct? Not at the moment. I will say there's a very good chance that if you're not a Pride of Detroit Direct subscriber that if you donate to Movember, there is a chance that there is a certain level of donation that might get you a subscription. Still working on the details for that. So if you're not a Pride of Detroit Direct subscriber and you're thinking about paying for it, that would be the best way, I would say, is save up for a donation for our Movember charity campaign and be on the lookout for what tier that gets you a subscription. What is the etymology of Zazu? I've heard Zabu in Marvel and Zazu in It's a Wonderful Life. So technically Zazu actually came with that name when I adopted him. The Humane Society, for whatever reason, had every dog there named with a, not every dog, but most of them with a Z name. And so I was like, oh, Zazu, that's unique. I don't think I've ever met another dog named Zazu. Plus, it has a tangential Lions connection in that the bird character in The Lion King is named Zazu. And that was my favorite movie growing up, so I decided to hang with it. There you go. Okay. We need a 3 now here. I heard a beat writer for the Titans say Landry is worth a day 2 pick. What do you think? I'd be surprised if they... Well, nah. No, I wouldn't be surprised. That's possible. I don't think... I don't think the Lions would go for that, though. I'm not sure about the fit as much as some of the other options. The coverage needs to be tighter. Tony Pollard with the first down moves the sticks, and Mason Rudolph is pumped about it. How many Uncrustables could you eat in a single setting? Fun fact, I had my first Uncrustable ever yesterday. As I'm sure a lot of you people saw online, I think The Athletic did a poll of the amount of Uncrustables that each NFL team eats in a year or whatever. And the Lions weren't included in that poll, and I think people like Lions writers were wondering why they weren't included. And I don't think we got a straight answer from the Lions. I think they were just like, oh, we didn't get polled. No one ever asked us. But in the midst of that conversation, me along with 2 other people in that room who I won't out since you guys seem so offended that I haven't had one admitted that they have never had an Uncrustable. An Uncrustable is basically just a peanut butter and jelly sandwich without the crust that is pre-made by, I don't know, Kraft? That's not right. Some big company. Smuckers? I think it's Smuckers. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. And I had one, and I actually had it frozen. At least the peanut butter was still frozen. I got mixed reviews. Some were like, no. Eat it frozen. It's great. Others were like, no. Let it melt, or maybe even toast it or something. I ended up just eating it frozen. It was fine. It was good. Nice play there. Huge play there by Carlton Davis on third down. Knocks it away. Forces a fourth down, and the Lions will still have a shot to win this ball game. I think I have 2 trial subscriptions to Justin Rogers Substack to still give away if anyone wants to try. Whisper Katie, there you go. It was fine. That's a great question, VR Spry Guy. Peanut butter jellies are pretty easy to make, and I make them regularly. So, like, I knew I was going to like an Uncrustable. It was just, why would I ever pay for one when it takes 2 seconds to make? There's a Pop-Tart Uncrustables generational divide. That's a good question. That's a good point, I think. We get them when my wife is sick. Okay. I can see that. Deep fry them in a Nutella fondue. Wow. I don't know, respected Madman. The offense doesn't look very good. They haven't been able to run the ball, and it stopped everything. Which, listen, it's kind of realistic. But you know what? Everything is going to be made okay by this drive. Lions are just going to 4-minute drill here for a touchdown. Try the Bobos from Costco. Healthier Uncrustable. I don't have a Costco membership. As a single man, feels like Costco's not made for me. All right. A lot of checkdowns in this game. This one goes to Tim Patrick, who gets across the 35-yard line, picks up the first down. 3:30 left. Not allowed to be biased as a broadcast? Sure I am. Just consider me the radio announcer. Here. Boom. Now I'm a radio announcer. Because you can't see me. Nah. Could be the way to... So you're suggesting I meet someone in a Costco? Goff, a lot of check down this game. Kind of a dangerous pass there, but Patrick picks up 5. Lions getting their way down. What's a sub goal to get Jeremy? I don't want a Costco membership. I don't want to buy bulk items. It's not a cost thing. And to be clear, the days of me... Oh, here comes the screen. Please follow your blocks. Oh, who just dumped that guy? Okay, gets out of bounds too. To be clear, never on the stream again are we running a fund me doing anything. I've been full-time for a couple of years now. I can handle costs of anything. You're not going to send me to the Pro Bowl or the Combine or any of that stuff. If I want to go, I'll go. I don't want your money for those type of things. I want you to support us if you want to support us, and not if you don't. Either one is fine. Here we go, offense. Sam Laporte inside the 30. I don't need a 60 case of mangoes. Mango does kind of sound delicious, though. What is this song? Tell me what you want from me. I thought I turned the music off in this game. I love that you guys are willing to do that, but there are better ways to set. Forget it. Sam Laporta down inside the 5 at the 2-minute warning. Here we go. I do live kind of close to a Costco. It might be. I think there might be a Sam's Club too. Do people still do Sam's Club? I'm most excited that they're building a, oh God, what's the opposite of a Sam's Club? That cheap restaurant or cheap grocery store? Aldi's. There's an Aldi's that seems like it's pretty close to being fully built close to me. I kind of like this. While he could have scored on that play, they're running a little bit of clock here, which is smart. Give it to Montgomery, who's got a wide open hole and scores. Lions back up. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Go to the Puppy Bowl. Okay, if we start a Puppy Bowl fund, maybe I'll agree to that. That would be up to them, Katie. There are not any Trader Joe's pretty close to me. Publix is not. I thought it was just a Florida thing or a southern thing. There's no. Right? There's no Publix in Michigan, right? Where's the farthest north that Publix goes? I've had a Publix sub. Wheel of Pain said Eric to a Chicago game. I feel like Eric has to write an article about how much he likes Aaron Rodgers. That would be a good Wheel of Pain for him. I don't think I could agree for him to do that, though. Trader Joe's is owned by Aldi? Really? I didn't know that. The $1.50 footlong and pop is the best deal in America. That's Costco? If you go to the Super Bowl, if the Lions go to the Super Bowl, would you go and cover it? So we were obviously in those conversations very early last year. Not very early, very late. I was probably going to go. It's unclear if I was going to be able to be in the press box for the game. I thought it was going to be an easy done deal, but it turns out the Super Bowl is an entirely different beast. So I probably would have been down there for the week of coverage. I'm not sure if I would have been there for the game. There's a chance I would have been in what they call an auxiliary room, which is just, it's a room in the stadium, but it's a room. Like it's a closed room where oh, nice pass breakup. Where I'm not like sitting and watching the game. I'm watching the game inside the stadium on a monitor. I don't even know if I would have had locker room access. I don't know. All right, 3rd and 10 here. Ford Field crowd starting to get into it. Here comes James Houston. He's free. He's going to knock the ball loose. Pick it up and run. No. Oh, safety. What a wild play. James Houston coming up big. How do they call him down at the 7? And they don't even call a timeout. The clock's running on a 4th and 29. Not Will Levis. Oh, it's bobbled. It's gone. No way. He got it and the first down. Are you kidding me? What? Unbelievable. That is the craziest thing I've seen in Madden. What? No way. Andy gets out of bounds. Down to the 38-yard line. Unbelievable. This game is not over after a 4th and 28. Mason Rudolph, back to pass, throws it over the middle. Wide open receiver down inside the Lions 40, and the Titans will call a timeout. Oh my God. What just happened? I can't believe what I just saw. And now the Titans are 5 to 10 yards away from being in field goal range here. Mason Rudolph will send Calvin Ridley in motion. Back to pass, not a lot of pressure. Finds Ridley, who's hammered as soon as he caught it, but he's down to the Lions' 27-yard line. We might be headed to overtime, folks, and maybe that's if we're lucky at this point. The Titans already in field goal position. 38 seconds left. 1 timeout. Little play action. Plenty of time. He's going to fire over the middle of the field. Down. Incomplete. Knocked away. A good hit there by Alex Anzalone. Lions would have been in big trouble if that ball was caught. Down inside the 10, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 instead for the Titans at the Lions' 27-yard line. Empty backfield here for Mason Rudolph. Takes a snap. 4-man rush from the Lions. Not a lot of push there. Throws complete down to the Lions' 14-yard line. Inbounds, though, so the clock will run down inside 23 seconds now. Is that Uku's number? Isn't Uku like 45? They got Uku's number wrong. I guess we just signed him, so that's why. Titans not using a timeout here. They're going to take 1 shot into the end zone, and that might be all they get. 8 seconds left. Here we go. Mason Rudolph looking, throws. Short, incomplete. Broken up there by Jack Campbell. And with 4 seconds left, the Titans are going to have to kick the field goal here. Tie this ball game up. It'll be about a 32-yard field goal, so a relative chip shot here to send this ball game into overtime. And I'm gonna warn our live audience here. We do not know how Madden approaches overtime rules when we do these quick matches. So it might not be first score, might not be, we don't know. In the past we've done these, the overtime rules have seemingly been random. So we're gonna roll with whatever they do. But here comes the kick. Block that kick. Block that kick. That kick is up, and unfortunately, it is good. There is 1 second left on the clock until we head to overtime here. Sorry, I'm reading more Movember suggestions from my buddies. All right, here we go. Lions are getting the ball first. No, I'm sorry. We're still in the regulation, technically. There's still 1 second left. Can I award channel points? Is there any way? So, no, I'm not going to do that because, theoretically speaking, the Lions could go kick a field goal. The Titans get the ball in overtime and then throw a pick 6. That would technically still cover. Lions are going to try something here. Not sure what or why. A little Hail Mary action. And I think it's intercepted. It is. No one cares. James Houston came what looked like was going to be the game-sealing play, but an absolutely unbelievable tipped ball catch on a 4th and 28. Someone is going to have to clip that because I need to see it again. But we're headed to overtime here. Jared Goff and Jack Campbell shaking hands in the middle of the field right on top of that Lions logo for the critical coin toss here. Titans are going to call tails and have won the toss. Because tails never fails, Titans have elected to receive. Lions will start on defense here, needing a stop, presumably, but maybe not. We don't really know what the overtime rules are. The fact that they did put it on the 7-yard line is crazy, for sure. All right, come on, Detroit. Can't lose to the Titans. There's James Houston again. All right. Mason Rudolph calling this play again, which typically just means to huddle up, but to call this while you're in the huddle does not make a lot of sense. Empty backfield here for Mason Rudolph. Lions try to send a little bit of pressure back. It's blocked! Oh! Knocked away by Carlton Davis right into the hands of one of the Lions linebackers, but he couldn't catch it, and it falls incomplete. Titans catch a little bit of a break there. Oh, God, it better not be another Mason Rudolph tie. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Another empty backfield. Titans just going to throw this ball. This one over the middle. Caught, and he gets the first down. Just barely. Westbrook with over 100 yards in this game. I don't even know who that is. But he's been torching the Lions, and he moves the chains there. To the Lions 35, sorry, to the Titans 35-yard line. What's with the line at the... I'm confused by the line at the 36-yard line. What is that? Am I tripping? What is that line that was at the 36-yard line? Why am I... I cannot hand out channel points theoretically because I don't know what the rules are going to be. What's happening? Why is this being reviewed? It's been glitching like that since it tipped catch. Okay. Oh, did he get any feet down? When is that ball in his hands? I didn't see him catch the ball. I'm confused. You're wasting our time. You're wasting our time. I'm losing my voice a little bit. Okay, yeah, so that line on the 36 is just going to stay there forever. It's a 2nd and 2. Get him! Get him! Get him! Let's go! Okay. Cover that number up. You don't see who that is. We took him out of the game. That was Isaiah. Nope, Isaiah Thomas with the sack. Isaiah Thomas. Great sack. Good job, Isaiah Thomas. Nope. Isaiah Thomas changed his number to 93 and his name to Josh Pascal. There's Isaiah Thomas. Yeah, see? It was him. 3rd and 12. Let's see if the Titans can pull another rabbit out of their hat. They need to get to the Lions' 45-yard line. 7 minutes left in overtime. Snap from Mason Rudolph goes deep into left. He has an open receiver, and he overthrows him. He had a deep shot there available, but he just overshot him, and the Lions are going to have the ball with a chance to win the football game, I think, because, again, Madden is weird, and I don't know what their overtime rules are going to look like. Lions get the stop they need. See if Khalif can do anything to help him on this punt return. It's going to catch it all the way back at his own 13. It does make the first guy miss, but the second guy is there to clean up at the 18-yard line, and that's where Jared Goff, point, where you want the hash. Last play. I don't know why they keep showing the Hail Mary like it mattered. Oh, they're just going to show both of his interceptions. Why you got to do us like this, Madden? Why you got to do Goff like that? By the way, here are the 2 interceptions he threw. Don't be a dick, Madden. You're being a dick. All right, let's run this play. Let's just get a touch. Let's just get a quick touchdown. Or let's run the ball with 3 tight ends in the game. Oh! Montgomery, go! Ooh! Only had to make the safety miss, but picks up 20. The very first play, well blocked. And good patience there from Dave Montgomery. Me doubting the run? No. 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 Another big hole for Montgomery. Right up the middle, past the 50-yard line, down to the Titans' 49. And the Lions' running game has suddenly come alive after being pronounced dead through the first 4 quarters. This is shades of the Rams game, where David Montgomery just took over in overtime and willed the Lions to a victory. Now David Montgomery, 2 carries have already gotten the Lions into Titans territory. And they'll just keep going with what works. And this time, Titans are all over that. He'll lose a yard. A little pushing and shoving and happened at the line of scrimmage there. Second, and they'll call it 11. Now there's a weird line on the 43-yard line. They need to get to the 39, the second of those orange lines. Nice catch there from Sam Laporte, who picks up a block from a receiver down inside the 40-yard line, picks up the first down to the Titans' 36, now knocking on the door, field goal position. And Mason Rudolph can only look from the sideline, knowing that this isn't like the 2022 Lions. You can't escape with a tie. Lions are going to call an audible here. Goff now with Montgomery to his left in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right. He'll take the shotgun snap. Look up the middle of the field. Quick pass to Khalif. Nope, Amon-Ra down to the 32-yard line. One of my friends just suggested me getting slapped in the face with a dead fish as a Movember reward. Yay or nay on that? Now they give back to Montgomery. Big hole up the middle. Gets the first down to the 26-yard line. Octopus? That's kind of expensive, isn't it? Would you really consider that? I mean, yeah, probably. That actually doesn't seem that bad to me. That seems like more of like maybe an extreme Wheel of Pain one. Little play. Oh, Line's going to throw it. This is dangerous. But he finds the receiver down inside the 5. That's Tim Patrick. All the way down to the Titans' 4-yard line. And the Lions, I don't know if they're a field goal away from winning this in chip shot territory or if they need to get in the end zone. Yeah. I'm not going to legally change my name. Eat octopus? I mean, I like calamari. Squid, you know. Give to Montgomery, who's going to find his way down to the 1 and get stopped right there. I already have to do an ice bath from last year. So that's coming in November. We're gonna be cashing in a lot of last year's Movember rewards this Movember. So Hot One stream we're gonna be doing. Ice bath stream, karaoke stream, us in overalls. There it is! Amon-Ra St. Brown with the touchdown grab. Does that win the game? I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I'm still waiting. Easy. Give and go there. Not give and go, just give. There was no go. That is it. Okay. The game is over. Lions 30, Titans 24. I think that's a somewhat realistic potential score of the final game. I'd be a little bit disappointed if the Lions gave up 24 points to this Titans offense, but Lions are going through some things on defensively that would make it at least a little bit understandable. But that's your ball game. Down the field and gain. Teams will come out to the middle of the field, say job well done. Job better done. in overtime by your Detroit Lions to walk away with this one 30-24. Jeremy has to pet a real... I can't do things that I'm not capable of doing. I like the cat face one for 100. Oh, yeah. That should definitely come back. We're definitely going to bring back cracking an egg on the head, writing on our face, cat faces, all that sort of stuff. Let's look at some player stats before we get out of here, and also give out some channel points to you Twitch audiences. Lions only allowed 22 of 37 completions, but could not pick up an interception. Goff, 2 interceptions, but 2 touchdowns to go with it. Like I said, the running game didn't get going for most of this ball game, but David Montgomery really came alive in overtime, as he is wont to do. Finishes with 68 rushing yards. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine leads the game in 102 receiving yards. Sam Laporta has his breakout game, 95 yards. Amon-Ra, big at the end of that game as well. We don't need blocking. Quandre Diggs, hey. He showed up a lot. Wait. Both. Yeah. I want to look at pass breakups because I feel like there was a lot of them. There was. Carlton Davis with 4, Brian Branch with 2, Meek with 1, Jack Campbell with 1, Alex Anzalone with 1. Defense getting their hands on a lot of balls. Anyways. Ikhine? The Lions won 30-24. There's your final score right there. Before we get out of here, first let's finish the game. Then we'll go full screen real quick. All right, let me give you the rundown of the rest of the week. Actually, okay, you're going to see my wall for a second. Relax. And then I'm also going to pull up. So that's weird because it was Madden that was causing the weird camera issue, which I don't quite understand. All right, so rest of the week. Let me break it down for you. 1 o'clock game tomorrow, which means we will be doing the POD cast tomorrow night. I'll be at Ford Field, so I probably won't get home till about 7-ish, 7:30, so that's probably around the time that the main POD cast will go live. This upcoming week is the final week of the month, which means midweek mailbag is a Pride of Detroit exclusive, Pride of Detroit direct exclusive. So we will not be live streaming that. And it will not go up on the podcast feed. That is just for Pride of Detroit direct subscribers only. So if you want access to that, you have to become a Pride of Detroit direct subscriber. And the way to do that is to go to prideofdetroit.com/subscribe. As I said earlier in the stream, if you're not a Pride of Detroit direct subscriber and you want to wait to pay for it, one way that you can pay for it, and while also giving to a very good cause, is to wait until Movember. We will be giving out Pride of Detroit direct subscriptions if you donate a certain amount. We haven't decided on that amount yet. I haven't quite confirmed it, but if you want to wait, that could be a reason to wait. What else? I believe the Purview podcast will be back as well. And then a week from today, the next Madden Sim, the Lions-Packers Madden Sim, will be the very first stream of 2024 Movember, our charity drive, where we are raising money for a specific charity. I am not releasing that information on what charity it is yet, but it is a new charity that we haven't been involved with before. I'm very excited about it. I love the people in charge of it. We've had a lot of conversations in the past month, so we'll reveal that all sometime early next week. But get excited for that. It's a lot of fun. It's all for good cause. And yeah, that's about it. Last thing left to do here is to give out your channel points to the people who picked the Titans to beat the 7.5 point spread we put on that. They only lost by 6. There you go. Titans plus 7.5 is your winner. There you go. All right. Have a great rest of your Saturday, guys. As always, obviously, go blue, as we all agree. Go Michigan, particularly this week. I don't know who they're playing. Probably some scrub team. But go Michigan. We'll see you guys tomorrow.